Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about a bunch of fragrances that I have in my collection that I have recently thought about, that I have wanted to wear. This is such a strange video to do, but these are all fragrances that I have thought about within the last couple of weeks that I have been craving, but that I cannot wear because it's too hot out. So these are all fragrances that I want to wear, but because it's so hot out, I can't wear because they would either make me sick, they wouldn't smell right in the heat, for whatever reason. So I've got a bunch here, and I could do a part 2 to this. So if you guys end up liking this video, let me know and I will do a part 2 because I've got so many more. I had to make myself stop pulling because there are other fragrances in my collection still, like ambers and different things that I have been thinking about that I can't wait to start wearing, but that I can't because it's just too hot. So I'm gonna start with this one here. This is a fragrance that I find myself craving a ton. This is a fragrance from Maison Alhambra, and this is called Kismet Angel. I keep this in the box with its note on the back because this came from my sweet friend Velvet, and yeah, it's just super special to me, so I leave it in the box. But this is a dupe of, or a clone I should say, of Guerlain Angel Share. Oh my gosh, it's so good. This is a really good dupe of it too. It doesn't smell identical to it. In fact, I don't know that I would even call it a clone because there are some differences. This isn't, it's hard to explain. It's really close, but it doesn't have quite the amount of almost spiciness that the real thing has. But I love this. It is so beautiful. It's one of my favorite fragrances to wear in the cold weather. And I absolutely adore this. And I have found myself craving this perfume lately. And I know better than to spray it on because it is scorching outside. It has just been so hot, really since about the middle of June. It's been really hot here, like in the 90s. And it's not even the heat, it's the humidity that has just been terrible this year. The humidity has been off the charts this year. But yeah, so I know better than to try to wear this, but this is one that, oh my gosh, the first sign of cold weather, I will be pulling this out and giving it some love because I love this perfume. I crave it all the time. It's just such a beautiful scent profile. So that is the first one. That is Kismet Angel from Maison Alhambra. And then the next one, this I have been thinking about all three of my Guerlain Millesime, Shalimar Millesime fragrances. This one in particular, this is Vanilla Planifolia. And I might be able to get away with wearing this one in the heat, but I don't think so. It's not like a super dark, deep fragrance, but it's dark enough that I think it would be, I don't know, I think it would just be too much in the heat. If it could even hold up to the heat. That's another thing. Some of these I don't think would even hold up to the heat, so I don't think I would even be able to enjoy them. This one, if it even held up to the heat, I think it would, gosh, I think it would choke me. It would make me probably feel sick. So I am dying to pull out all of my Shalimar Millesime fragrances though. I'm super excited to see what they do next. I hope that they keep this line going and that they continue to make them. And if you guys have heard anything about another one coming, let me know because I haven't really been keeping up with it. Okay, this next one, I just pulled this out for a video not too terribly long ago, and I am dying to wear this. Ever since I pulled it out and smelled it during that video, I have been craving this fragrance. I cannot wait for it to cool down so I can wear this. This is such a beautiful amber. This to me is like a blackcurrant amber though. It's got a blackcurrant note in it. The blackcurrant note it's in the top, so it shouldn't be as prominent as it is, but it is. You would think that the blackcurrant note is the star of the show because it's so prominent. It is the most prominent note in the perfume. And it's beautiful. So if you can imagine like a light, smooth amber, but with so much blackcurrant in it that it just smells like a blackcurrant fragrance, but without having any of the greenness that sometimes comes along with blackcurrant. If you can just imagine more of like a syrupy blackcurrant. It's fantastic. I love this perfume. It's long been discontinued. I do kind of ration mine because I've never seen another bottle of this out there, and this is one that I don't want to be without. But anyways, yeah, I am really, really craving this perfume, and I can't wait for it to cool down so I can wear this. So that is Armani C Le Parfum. Okay, this next one, I've been thinking about this perfume. I think somebody mentioned it in a comment not too long ago, and ever since they mentioned the name of it in a comment, I have been wanting to wear it. It is this one here from Lattafa. This is called Nebris. This is like a berry and chocolate fragrance. It's really, really similar to the Billie Eilish fragrance, the first one that she came out with, but this is that fragrance done well. I really, really did not like the Billie Eilish fragrance. The berries in it were very, very screechy, and kind of took over the entire fragrance in a bad way. Thankfully, everything is balanced in Nebris. You get the beautiful berries that are not screechy and the really yummy chocolate, and it really does kind of smell like those fruit and nut bars from Cadbury. That's kind of what it smells like, a Cadbury fruit and nut bar, but like on your skin. I love it. I think it's delicious. It's such a yummy gourmand fragrance. That still does have a little bit of a fruitiness to it. I'm really, really craving this. This is one that as soon as I go through this decant of it, I will be picking up a full bottle. I need to pick up a full bottle anyways because the bottle is just so pretty. I think it is really, really gorgeous. So anyways, that is Lattafa Nebris. Okay, next, this is a fragrance this is another one that I saw somebody mention. I think my fragrance friend Tatiana mentioned this fragrance recently, maybe on TikTok, and I saw it and immediately started craving this fragrance. This is a fragrance from Dreamhouse Curio, and this is called Everyone and Then Again. This fragrance, first of all, this is a perfectly unisex fragrance. I think this would smell incredible on a man. I love this on me. This is like a sweet, woody perfume. This is a perfume that I'm not super, super familiar with the notes because this is the one where he did the contest where you had to watch all the videos to guess the notes. I know for sure it has patchouli in it because that was my note. I know for sure it's got pineapple. I'm pretty sure it's got pineapple because that was Lulu's note, if I remember correctly. I think it's got like crystallized amber. I think I figured that out on my own. And hopefully he's put the notes on the website at this point. I'm not sure if he has or not. But anyways, I love this. It's like a sweet woody fragrance. And I think Tatiana's just rocking it in the heat. But if I remember correctly, she really likes woody fragrances and she wears heavy fragrances like all year round. She could probably get away with rocking something like this. I can't. Yeah, I might be able to. Could do this in the heat. I'm gonna have to try this in the heat because it is so good. Gosh, this is one of those fragrances that if you have this in your collection, you will just crave it. It smells so fantastic. And I don't even know of any other way to describe it except that it's kind of like a sweet, slightly woody amber. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I mean, you just have to take my word for how good this one is. It's so good. This has quickly become one of my favorite Dreamhouse scents. I say that about them all, I know, because they really all are favorites, but this one, and they're all really, really special. This is, oh gosh, fantastic. So anyways, that is Dreamhouse Everyone and Then Again. It is such an underrated gem from the house. Okay, next, I have really been craving this, the House of Oud Dates Delight. And I think the reason I started craving this is because I think Dua makes a dupe of this fragrance. And I saw it on their website. And as soon as I saw the name Dates Delight from House of Oud, I started craving this. and now I really want to wear it. And this is one that I am not going to be able to wear until the cold weather, because this is a sweet, heavy fragrance. It's not overly sweet, but it's got a lot of spices in it. I think it's got some dried fruit or dates, obviously dates, but I think it might have dried fruit as well. It's really, really beautiful. And that's what it smells like. It smells like sweet, stewed dry fruits with spices. Oh, it's so good. I love this bottle too. My husband hates this bottle. When he saw this in my collection, I think it was when we moved and he was helping me put perfume away. Or maybe it was when he was packing all my perfume up. He saw this bottle and he was like, that is such an ugly bottle. And I was like, what? That is such a gorgeous bottle. And these eggs are like hand done. So they're not all that, like every single egg is different. They're all like hand dipped or something. So no two people are ever gonna have the same like egg. I don't know. I love it though. I think it is fantastically beautiful. It's like a little piece of art that is also perfume. Anyways, that is the House of Oud Dates Delight. Love it. I'm gonna give you guys a studio tour today. Even though it is a hot mess in here, I feel like maybe you guys can give me some ideas of what I can do to organize this stuff, because right now I'm like, I have hit the wall with knowing what to do. Like, I don't know what to do with all of this stuff, and maybe you guys can help me. Somebody who's good at organizing. So I'm going to be vulnerable and let you see what it looks like in here and hopefully get some help. Okay, anyways, moving right along. This next one, I just saw this sitting on my shelf like, I don't know, about a week ago, and I immediately was like, oh my gosh, I want to wear this. Now, I think I could get away with wearing this one in the heat. This is Lalique Le Parfum. I do think I could wear this one in the heat, and I think I've tried to wear this in the heat before, and I don't think that it lasted very long. I don't think it performed super well. I love this though. This is vanilla, but it's got this really beautiful Indian, I think it's Indian bay leaf in the top, which keeps it from being like a gourmand vanilla. It's more of like a kind of slightly, almost woody, very slightly herbaceous, but still sweet vanilla, but it's a perfumey vanilla. It's really beautiful. I love this one. It definitely performs way better in the cold weather. I do think that I could get away with this in the heat, but I don't think I'm gonna try. I think I'm just gonna hold out until colder weather comes so I can really, really enjoy it. So anyways, that is Lalique Le Parfum. Okay, this next one, these I think I've already worn. Yeah, did I already wear Boo or this one? I already wore one of them in the heat, because these ones I will wear in the heat. I don't know what it is about these fragrances that can be worn in the heat without making you sick, but you can wear these in the heat without them making you sick. These are from CJ Scents. This one is called Pumpkin Tobacco. I've got Boo, and then I've got Pumpkin's Night Out. All three of them are amazing. All three of them can be worn in the heat, and I crave them all year round. I think part of why I'm really, really starting to crave all of these fragrances is because all of the fall stuff is coming out in the stores, Halloween stuff is coming out. It's my favorite time of year, so I'm just wanting to extend the season, but a lot of these fragrances I can't wear them in the heat. Trust me, I think I would turn summer and fall into fall if I could, but as far as perfume goes, but I can't. But anyways, Pumpkin Tobacco, this is an amazing scent. It's like a pumpkin puree and tobacco, but without having that kind of musty tobacco smell. I don't know if I would describe it as like maybe fresh tobacco, not green tobacco. Definitely dried tobacco, but without really smelling like pipe tobacco, if that makes sense. It's a really, really smooth tobacco that doesn't take away from like the pumpkin, like the pureed pumpkin kind of note. It's so good. It's sweet, but not overly sweet. Her perfumes are amazing. I mean, And look how much my liquid is darkened up. They're some of my favorite perfumes in my collection. I've had a lot of samples from her too that aren't necessarily, and not all of them are fall scents. I think I love her fall scents the most, but I've heard that she's got like a lemon one, which last time I looked, I couldn't find that one. I've heard she does like a marshmallow bar and a vanilla bar where you can kind of customize your own like marshmallow and vanilla perfume. They're so good. I cannot recommend these enough. I think this is a ½ ounce, and they're $25, which is super, super affordable. I just love them. I can't say enough good things about them, and I crave them all year, every year. Since I've had these in my collection, I crave them all the time. So anyways, that is CJ Scents Pumpkin Tobacco, but I could also say Pumpkin's Night Out or Boo. Any of them I think would fill that need, I'll probably just wear those because I can get away with those in the heat. Okay, this next one, this is another one that when I was pulling perfumes for my Iconic Perfumes video, I saw this one and I immediately was like, oh, I want to wear you so bad. This is Mugler Alien Essence Absolue. Laura sent me a decant of the Dua version of this. I think she did tell me that her Dua version was perfectly macerated, like very old, like maybe one of the oldest Duas that she's got in her collection, if I remember correctly. So her bottle of the Dua dupe is like macerated perfection at this point. It smelled identical to this, identical. And I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure the liquid even looked like the same color. I can't totally remember. All I remember is it smelled identical to Alien Essence Absolue. If you are somebody that wants this perfume but cannot get your hands on it, oh my gosh, grab the Dua one. I think it's called Alienated Essence. I think it's one of their $33 bottles too. So the price is right. It's an amazing fragrance. You are not missing anything if you get that and you don't have the original. This is a fragrance though that I have been craving this. This is another one. I think I could probably get away with this in the heat. I can get away with wearing the original Alien in the heat. I don't know that I've worn either of these in this high of humidity though, and that's what really makes me nervous because I don't want to make myself sick with any of these fragrances and then not be able to wear them or have to wait like a year or two to wear them because I made myself sick, you know? But I have been craving this. I love this perfume. And in fact, because I tested the Alienated Essence not too long ago, and I remember just being in heaven the entire time I wore it. I'm sure I reviewed it in the What I Wore Last Week video, but I just remember being so happy because it smelled exactly like I was wearing the original, and I loved it so much. So anyways, that is Alien Essence Absolue. Cannot wait to get that on my body. Okay, this next one, this is one that I've just been seeing sit on my shelf, and I'm dying for cooler weather to pull it out and wear this. This came from my beautiful fragrance friend Christine sent this over to me. This is Trussardi. These have the longest names ever. La Vie di Milano, Aperitivo, Milanese, Porta Nuova. And I love the like Greyhound cap. I love everything about this perfume. Oh my gosh, and this is the most beautiful, yummy, powdery, gourmand almond scent. It is so good. It's an almond fragrance that doesn't smell like hypnotic poison. It smells like some kind of a yummy almond pastry without being super gourmand to where it's like going into super edible territory. It's not quite like that. It's absolutely stunning. I love this fragrance. This is another one I might be able to get away with this one in the heat. I may actually try to wear this one in the heat and just see what happens. I don't think, this isn't like heavy enough that I think I would make myself sick with it. I don't think I would, but almond can be tricky. Sometimes almond can make you sick if you wear it in too high of heat, or if it pulls too sweet on your skin, it can be sickening. So Yeah, that's what makes me nervous about this one, but I think I am gonna try this one in the heat because this one I'm really, really dying to wear. So anyways, that one is Trussardi La Vie di Milano Aperitivo Milanese Porta Nuova. Okay, this next one. I love this perfume so much. I think the reason I'm craving this one is because I'm just ready for fall. I love fall. It's my most favorite time of year, and this perfume gives me all of the fall feels, which I think is really why I'm craving this perfume. This is a fragrance from DKNY. This is DKNY Golden Delicious. Besides the original Be Delicious, this is my favorite like flanker that I've ever smelled. Oh my gosh, I love this perfume. This has, I'm pretty sure the apple in it is like a Golden Delicious apple note, but this is a floral. This is a really like warm floral, and it's very, very fall smelling. It's like an apple floral, but the floral is very warm and kind of veering into heavy territory. It's not super, super heavy, but the floral aspect is pretty heavy. I do think that some people would think that this is mature smelling. I do think that there are people that probably don't have the chemistry for this, and if you don't, and it pulls too floral on you and you don't get any of that beautiful apple, then this one may go mature on you. I don't think that this is safe. Yeah, I don't think that this one's super safe. It does have that Be Delicious DNA, but it's got this beautiful warm like it's mostly floral. I love this scent. This is fall in a bottle to me. Maybe out of every scent that I've got in my collection, this is the most fall smelling to me and the most, I don't know, and gives me the most like fall feels, probably of every scent in my collection. I love this. This is a 1/2 ounce bottle. I've been meaning to pick up a backup bottle of this for years, and it's just one that I forget about. I still have plenty left. I've still got like at least half of my 1/2 ounce bottle. I don't know, I probably got a travel spray worth left in here, like 7.5 mil or so. And I don't know if this one's been reformulated yet. So that is one thing that I need to look into. I just need to bite the bullet and pick up another bottle and hope to heck that it has not been reformulated and butchered, because I love it. I love it so much. So anyway, and I never hear anybody talk about this scent ever. I don't know that I've ever heard another fragrance reviewer or even anybody in my comment section say that they have and like this fragrance. I've never heard another person say anything about it. I think it's super underrated though. It's so gorgeous. So anyways, that is DKNY Golden Delicious. I love it. This next one, ever since I started talking about Issey Miyake, and even after I wore Issey Miyake, the EDT, I immediately started craving this one. This is L'Eau d'Issey Absolue. This still smells like Issey Miyake, but this is syrupy. It's not as bright, it's not as crisp smelling. This one is a little bit more floral, and it's really syrupy smelling. This one, it's really, really smooth. It doesn't have that kind of sharpness that the original has. This one is absolutely stunning. I do think that I could get away with wearing this one in the heat because it does have the Issey Miyake DNA, which is, in my opinion, like a hot weather DNA. So I do think that I could get away with wearing this one in the heat. I think I may have tried this in the heat at one point, but I'm gonna leave all these fragrances out, and the ones that I think I might be able to get away with in this heat, I'm gonna wear them, and I will update you on what I wore last week video. This is one I do think I could get away with. I love it. Oh gosh, when you guys see this desk, it is, ooh, it's covered in stuff, and it's so funny because it didn't look like this last week. It's just over the last like week or so, I've gotten a bunch of stuff from like Dollar Tree that I put on my desk because I want to test stuff. I actually found a box under the desk when I was looking for eyelashes that has tons of stuff in it, like tons of perfume and stuff that I need to pull out. I've got to go through everything in it. I'm just a hot mess, you guys, a hot mess. Okay, down to the last two. This is another one. I've been talking about this one recently, and because I've been talking about it, it's made me want to wear it. This is Replica by the Fireplace. I think I actually have pulled this one out and worn it in the heat before. And I can't remember how it went. I can't remember I don't think I made myself sick with it, or I would probably remember that. But I'm thinking maybe this one didn't hold up in the heat, if I remember correctly. Maybe it just, yeah, I'm thinking maybe the heat took this one out. So I don't know. I'm gonna leave this one out. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a wear in the heat because I've been craving this ever since I've been talking about it. I love By the Fireplace. This is the most beautiful, like roasty chestnut and creamy vanilla fragrance. I absolutely love it. It's so cozy and comforting and just, it's like the perfect cold weather fragrance. But I am ready. I am so ready for these fragrances. I cannot even tell you. So that is Replica by the Fireplace. And then last but not least, this is a fragrance that I have worn all year round for years now. And I will wear this in the heat. I don't even care. In fact, I think I have worn this year already, but I think this is a fragrance I literally crave all the time, all year round, all the time. This is Gallagher Wicked Good. And this is one of my top 5 for life fragrances. This is a fragrance that I could not live without. This is a fragrance that I should have a backup bottle of because I love it so much. This is a fragrance that I could wear all year round. I don't even care. I will wear this in the heat. It does fine in the heat. I love it the most in the cooler weather, but this is a fragrance that is so delicious smelling and such a perfect fragrance and such a masterpiece for me that I crave this all the time. This is one of those fragrances that if I were gonna have a signature scent, this maybe would be it. I love this. This is all I ever want to smell like. If I could only smell like one thing for the rest of my life, I would be happy if it were Wicked Good. That's how much I love it. I love this fragrance. And it's funny because there's nothing, I don't want to say there's nothing groundbreaking about it because I've never smelled anything else like this. I'm sure there are other fragrances out there, but I haven't come across them. So I don't want to say it's not groundbreaking, but it's really not. It's not groundbreaking. There's nothing super, super special about it that I shouldn't say that. Let me rephrase that. There's nothing about it that I think other people would find super, super special about it. I think it is so special. I love this. I am obsessed with the way this smells. And like I said, in my opinion, and for my tastes in perfume, this is an absolute masterpiece. I love it. I love it. I have already worn this once this summer and I will continue to wear this, and I've been craving this, and this is one I need to buy a backup bottle of. And this year I'm gonna buy a backup bottle of this at some point, probably around, they usually do sales around like Black Friday, Christmas, around that time. So that's when I will probably pick up a backup bottle of this because I can't ever be without it. It's just too good. So anyways, that is Gallagher Fragrances Wicked Good. And that is gonna be it, guys. Let me know if you want a part 2. I have got so many more that I could pull for a part 2. I loved making this video because it's bringing me the fall vibes. Anyways, you guys, I do hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.